In this video, I'll show you how to use the common SEO options in expireddomains.net to filter for domain names. Common SEO is a box that you'll see here on the Common tab. There is, of course, a lot more you can do with SEO in the SEO and Majestic tabs. But looking here just briefly at this, there are a few options. So you can check the top box here, and it will only show domains that have a listing in DMOZ, that's a web directory. Yaka is the Yandex catalog, which is similar to DMOZ. I personally don't use these much anymore. I don't know that there's a whole lot of value, but depending on what you're doing, there might be value. Backlinks, of course, if you're interested in SEO, could be really important. Don't know why you put a max, but you might put a minimum there. And then AC, let's talk about these last three here. So let me start here at the bottom one. This is the first date that a record was found in archive.org. So the Wayback machine we're talking about here. And this means that they captured a screenshot or a download of the website. And this is important as it relates to WBY, which is the whois year. So the whois birth year being the first year that the domain was registered. What I typically do is come in here and put a max. I'm not looking for just newer domains. So the max column is where you're going to put a limit here. So if you say 2005, then any domain that has a current registration record that dates before 2005 would not be included. If you're wanting names that are at least 10 years old, you'd select 2014. Now, the archive birth year, this is interesting here. So if you have a good domain that was registered in the 90s or the early aughts, there's a good chance it expired and fully deleted, which means that its registration date is actually going to be newer, more recent. Its whois birth year will be more recent. Obviously, in the past decade or so, there have been lots of expired domains that have expired, but they were directly transferred to the new registrant who acquired them through GoDaddy's auctions or Snapname's auctions, those sorts of things. But earlier domains will often have fully deleted before becoming available. So the risk of putting something like 2005 as your whois birth year is that you'll have some good domains that were registered, say, in the 90s that then expired in 2008, went through the full deletion cycle, so you're not going to catch those. So think about that when you set these, and you might prefer just to go with the archive birth year. You might say, hey, as long as archive.org captured something in 2005 or before, I'm interested. And in ACR here is how many times archive.org has captured the page. So more popular sites are certainly going to have more captures here. But personally for me, I'm mostly looking at how long ago was this domain registered by someone. So maybe it was registered in 1999 by someone, it expired in 2008, and then was re-registered by someone. So let's take a look here. Let's get out of both of these here and take a look at some examples. So right now I'm in the GoDaddy market options. So you see the domains here. You can search by anything you want. So let's search by the oldest domain according to whois. WBY here, 1995. You'll see it has an archive date of 2000. So let me show you an example here, going back into show filter, of one that's newer, but it was archived a long time ago. So let's set the archive date for 2002. Let's set a minimum whois date. Let's get something more recent. Let's say 2012 and apply this. So here you'll see a domain, corporatestl.com, that was previously registered, but the whois registration date is 2012. And that is because the domain name expired sometime later and then was registered most recently in 2012. So you're going to miss out on names like this if you just look at the whois date. We can actually search here by the Wayback date, and you see all these. Well, these aren't any good, but let's get rid of numbers here. No numbers, no hyphens. That's what I almost always put in on my search. But you're going to see here domains that you would overlook if you were just looking at the whois start date. Now, not all of these are going to be great, but you might find some that are more recently registered that you like that you would have overlooked if you had just set kind of the crude who is start date. So let's actually look GoDaddy's valuation here. Let's sort by GoDaddy's valuation to find some good ones. So adjudications, that's a pretty good domain. It's registered in 10 extensions. If you set a who is date of 2005, for example, this domain wouldn't have been in there. But if you set the archive date of 2005, it would be in there. Let's find some others that have lots of registrations. Easy Therapy, that's a nice domain. Again, 2013 is the who is birth date, whereas the archive.org is 2001. And another example here, Job Mobile 2019, who is date 2002, the Wayback date. So here I'm on Domain Tools looking at historical who is records, and you see back in 2013 that the domain name actually expired in January. And now we'll see that a new person registered it in 2013. You see down here the new creation date of March 25th, 2013. So going back to Easy Therapy, that's why you see that the who is birth year was 2013. So again, just to recap, you've got only in DMOZ, only in Yandex. You have minimum number of backlinks if you want. If you want to put a minimum number of archive.org records, you can. In my case, what I typically do is put an archive birth year, and then I also typically do a who is to eliminate the most recently registered domains, but you can use this in any way you like. Hope this helps. For more videos, check out our YouTube channel or domainnamewire.com.